do. We're not gonna hold it like this because my hand is gonna get tired before people get on. So let's just do 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 do. Man, this camera sucks. All kinds of like splash stuff or whatever you call it. What it is. Oh, I always forget how to show all messages. Whatever. Whatever. Where do you think I am? Where do you think I am? Where do you think I am? If you make it in here, where do you think I am? Probably can't even hear me. Oh my God, see, look at that. 1 second. Probably doesn't even make it better. We'll just do this for the moment. Like, comment, subscribe, that stuff. Do all the things. We're gonna wrap back around now. Tons of people coming. We don't want to get caught up in that. So, let's go back this way. And how's everyone doing? All that good stuff. Let me know. No. When have I ever done that, Jojo? Never. This is not that kind of channel. We don't do those things on this. We do not do those shenanigans. Do. What'd you say? Old Town where? Belgrade. Yes, you're right. That is where I am. Peace. That's right. That's me. You can come hunt me down. I am super tired though. Super tired. So much travel lately. So much travel. Is the connection that bad? It's 4G, not 3G, okay? Well, it's a long story why I have ended up in Belgrade. So I went to Budapest for F1. Then I went to Belgrade for unrelated reasons. I just wanted to check it out. I was like, might as well go to Belgrade and check out Serbia. Because here's the thing. Sometimes I just get like a fucking itch to go places. I'm like, I could watch a movie or something, and I'm like, okay, go check it out. And Yeah, I don't have a great reason, but I had heard some interesting things lately about Belgrade. That's why. That's the main reason. Go to Republic Square. Am I your slave? This is not the 1800s anymore. Probably can't even make jokes like that on YouTube, let alone go to an FKK club. So part of the reason I wanted to go to Serbia is because it's another place kind of like Budapest and Poland that is maybe not ideal for immigrants. And I was just curious what the situation on the ground is like. Okay. I mean, I know where Republic Square is. Yeah, I guess I'll walk by it since I'm headed that way anyway. Is Paris still swamped with Middle Easterners? Almost got jumped a couple years ago. When I visited, is there a Western country that isn't unsafe to live where you actually have some spending power? I have no clue. I haven't been to Paris in a year or two, and I don't particularly plan on going back anytime soon. A Western country where you still have spending power. Portugal, Spain. Not like ideal for taxes for like 99% of people, but Portugal, Spain, Italy to some extent might have some of the same immigration issues though in those places. Oh, we got another streamer who she's a bit more prepared than I am. I off the top of my head, other Western countries where you have spending power. In Europe, I'm assuming. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Belgrade is. I mean, there's a lot of things I could talk about that I'm not going to because I'm trying to change the direction of the channel. But Belgrade is a good time. I mean, if I assumed they were talking about Western Europe. But if they're not talking about Western Europe, that kind of opens some possibilities. Problem is I have money and live in LA doesn't... Well, I used to live in San Diego, and I left. I think Republic Square is... nah. We gotta keep going. Keep moving. Keep moving forward. My arm is gonna get tired, though, because unlike the kind Asian lady, I was not prepared to live stream. So I don't have the thing. And now people are just not super aware of their surroundings is the best way I can put it. When we ask you... Well, I don't know, Jojo. Dude, get your mind out of the gutter. Get it out of the gutter. Okay, let's flip back for a moment here. I'm here in LA. We'll be in Bangkok this and every bill. Once that's done, I will do a rotation. Yeah, you gotta be careful with how many days you spend in the United States if you want to reduce the tax burden. Just came back from Budva, Montenegro. Amazing place with beautiful Balkan baddies. Highly recommend. Nice, nice, nice. I'm trying to figure out my next destination right now. And Montenegro is up there. Actually, I have kind of an interesting video maybe in the works, but I don't know if I actually want to do it. Yeah, yes. I know. I recorded a video at Republic Square earlier today. So I know where I am going. I will say the waterfront district was super impressive. Super, super impressive. If you want to know what I'm talking about, you can wait for my video to come out, or you can Google Belgrade waterfront. Long story short, $3.5 billion project between Serbia and like a private equity group in the UAE. Really clean, really nice, really modern. I mean, most of this whole area is pretty clean. Yeah, the mall at the Belgrade waterfront is like the largest mall in central eastern, whatever you want to call Serbia, part of Europe, as far as I understand. And okay, all right. I have no clue what Montenegro means. And maybe that's a better question for what was that guy's name? B-Boy Zam. Since it was just there. All right. This is Republic Square. Boom. Nice little Republic Square. We got, I think, King Charles. Nah. I'm just gonna stop talking. Don't quote me on that one. Ooh, all the streamers are out. All the streamers. He's also way more prepared than I am. Way more prepared with his gimbal. But it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, a lot of places in Europe aren't actually that expensive, to be fair. But if you want to be in the central parts, it gets a little bit more expensive quite quickly. Like, if you look at the average salary of a lot of the countries, like even Spain, where people complain about numerous different things, the average salary is not that high. Safety, quality of life. I think I'm missing something, but I would assume those are the two most important things to you and like 99% of everyone who is not broke. Safety, quality of life, probably taxes, combined with cost of living to some extent. because I was talking to a prominent member of the tax mitigation community, and he was telling me a lot more of his higher end clients are actually coming to him and saying, look, I don't mind paying, 10% in taxes, which is what I've been saying for the longest time. When everyone was going to Dubai, I was like, look, I don't mind paying taxes because I would rather live in a place I actually want to live and pay taxes, but I'm not paying 50% in taxes or 40% or even 30%. 10, 12%? Sure, I can go along with that. But otherwise, I am not interested in, essentially taking double the time I would have to in order to reach my investment goals, retirement goals, yada, yada, yada. Or else I would have went to Dubai. But I was like, half the year, I wouldn't want to live there. And I really just am not interested in Dubai. And if you know who my dad's always like, you need to move to Dubai, 0% in tax, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but I don't want to live there. Same reason I don't mind paying more money to live in Portugal or Italy or maybe even Greece in the future. I haven't been to the Tesla museum. The type of museum I like are more about history, but maybe I'll go to the Tesla museum. I guess it is the history of electricity. He did the AC current, right? Alternating current. Have I found a permanent address? Yes, I have 3 permanent addresses. In fact, the whole reason I was in Europe to begin with is because I have to spend a certain amount of days in Portugal each and every year. Which Portugal is apparently making it so it takes double the time to get a passport. And hopefully I'm just like grandfathered into the system that I started in. But yeah, that's a topic for a different video. Dubai is for 3 weeks. I've never been. My dad lives there, but I have no desire to go. And he's always trying to get me to go. And I'm just not interested. Lisbon. I'd rather live somewhere for my freedom, my rights to monger are infringed upon. Okay, Jojo. I think you are a single issue voter. You are a single topic conversationalist. Do you think it's better to bounce between several? Well, that's why I have 3 homes. Portugal, Mexico, and Thailand. Which I don't know if I even recorded a video on this, but part of the reason I was in Mexico last year with Andrea is because I was going to upgrade my place in Thailand, because when I first got it, I was less financially comfortable, let's just say. And I was like, okay, Andrea, let's go to Thailand and start looking at places. So we were finding Airbnbs in a bunch of the buildings that I was thinking about switching to. But then I used my financial awareness and I was like, well, we aren't even here that often, so is it really worth, essentially 10xing my hard costs? Not sure. Do you think it's better? Yeah, that's when I that's when I first applied. NHR 1.0, the original Golden Visa program. But they also got a ton of applications when there were rumors. So it took forever for that. Yeah. Frequent travel is tiresome, a bit expensive in Ukraine. Yeah, I honestly don't like frequent travel. Like, I know people who are just like in a place for like 2 days and then they get on like a bus or something like that and go to the next destination. I'm like, Jesus, you're essentially checking in, checking out, unpacking, repacking, and just dicking around all the time. Anyway, we're gonna move back this. But yeah, this is Republic Square, yada yada yada. Or maybe I'll head that way and grab a beer or something. I don't know. I got a long walk ahead of me though. I think I already talked about this, but the waterfront district, that's the place to be. Also, they have something called splavas, or splats. No, splava. It's a nightclub, open air nightclub on the river. Or, well, I shouldn't say open air because I don't know how many of them are open air. But it's a nightclub like on the water, like a houseboat, but a club. Also, the nightlife here is insane. Frequent travel, yes, it is also a bit expensive, and creating longer term connections is definitely tricky unless you keep returning to the same places. But if you're just showing up, then moving on, yeah, it's not like optimal situation. Well, right now I spend pretty much most of my year in Mexico. But moving forward, I was talking to Andrea about this, but we're either getting rid of the place in Thailand or we're refiguring out a lot of things. We might also move more permanently to Europe, and then maybe we'd spend more time in Thailand. But right now it's looking like Thailand might be going out the window. Just John, I am in Belgrade, Serbia. That reminds me, I said I was going to walk this way. But yeah, Republic Square, all that good stuff. Kuala Lumpur is really nice. I mean, I think Thailand is better if you're single, but yeah. It depends what's important to you. Like, now that I'm essentially married to Andrea and she lives with me, Malaysia would probably be a better option for us. Well, that's not necessarily true. Thailand has a lot of pros. But it's also kind of difficult in some aspects because of the visa situation with reporting and stuff like that. Because I'm certainly not buying a Thai elite visa for Andrea. So weather-wise, Mexico. Yeah, Mexico's a good choice. Especially weather-wise. And Malaysia and Thailand get hot and humid. But a lot of people don't realize how expensive Mexico is compared to Malaysia and Thailand. Or they do realize, But a lot of like retirees can't necessarily afford that. JoJo is a known man in Pattaya. I wonder why that is. The funny thing is, almost all of the legitimate women I know in Thailand refuse to date guys who live in Pattaya because they know the average type of guy who lives in Pattaya. I'm 28. Man, where would you go? 175K. Um, Dude, there are tons of options. Like the first thing is, are you looking for somewhere to live, or are you looking for somewhere to like just spend 3 months then go to the next place? Because your first thing is, it's pointed at me.
Hello.
The first thing is, like, you need to figure out the visa situation, right? So you might have to spend money on your visa situation. And then from there, it kind of depends on what area of the world you actually want to live in, right? So tons of different factors. Inherited assets costing a fortune in tax since I'm living in. Oh. If you're looking for a new home, it kind of depends on how much you're willing to spend on getting residency somewhere and what you're looking for. Do you want to be in Western Europe, Eastern Europe, Asia, Latin America, Africa? I mean, I'm not saying I recommend all these places. I'm just saying there's tons of different options to consider. So you would have to figure out what's most important to you. Like for me, I'm doing what I would recommend you do. But, well, I wouldn't do Portugal nowadays. But Italy and Greece probably aren't really worth the lump sum tax at that income level, and I don't know how to mitigate the tax for what it would be for you. Or Spain. Spain would be an interesting option. I'm not like a tax advisor specialist kind of person. So I don't know. If you went to Spain with 175K, you would probably get bent over, no lube. Like that's. So you're looking for a place with a decent entry level visa, not high taxes, that fits your lifestyle. And if you're looking for a woman that, obviously needs to be where your type is. So if you like Asian girls, I wouldn't live in Africa or Latin America. But I'll tell you, when I was looking for my Andrea, I spent my time in Latin America because I like short Latinas. That's my type. I mean, it is. White European women, okay, then go to the Baltics or here. I mean, here in Serbia is insane. That's the best way I can put it. Do you like tall women, short women? Because the Baltics, they're tall. That's why I don't like the Baltics. I mean, I do like the Baltics. They're pretty, but they're super fucking tall. And I like short girls that are Coke bottle figures. That's what we'll say. And I don't like girls who have the body I had when I was like a 6-year-old boy. Like a fucking built like that. Netherlands and Germany. Any dating place on Netherlands and Germany? I dated a German girl once upon a time, but I have no advice for you. Are you into Asian beanpole bodies or Latin badonkadonk? Yeah, dude, if I were you, I would get out of the US, but it takes a lot of effort to figure out where you want to go. You need to start traveling places and figure out, like, what places interest you, dude. I wish it was as simple as, oh, this place sounds cool, I'm just going to show up there and voila. Just so many considerations. .55 white European, okay, 5'5", probably anywhere Poland and north of that, they're probably going to be taller than 5'5" for the most part. That's why they have tons of models in that area. They're tall, really pretty, have no curves. Mediterranean looking, okay. Tunisia has really attractive women, although I don't think the dating there would be all that great. Italy, I think Italians are some of the most beautiful women on the entire planet. Frankly, that was my backup plan to Latinas, but also, I mean, we aren't going to get into the details, but my previous girlfriend was an Italian, was living in Milan with her, and yeah, I mean, I went down the Italian rabbit hole. Serbia, where I am, a little bit more Mediterranean looking. Romania. Yeah. With a small weight, yeah. Do you have assets in the U.S.? Recommend liquidating and throwing into ETFs, etc. Then I am not a financial advisor. I am an idiot who just knows nothing about anything. But yes, I have U.S. assets. I think I did a whole video on this. I mean, I can't look at my stock portfolio right now, but I have like Rocket Labs, Tesla, Apple, Nvidia, Berkshire A or B shares, and then something else. Well, I have a lot more. I have some oil, uranium, and then I have gold and shit like that, but not investment advice. Feminism, yes. It's pointed towards me. No, it's pointed at me. It's crazy how feminism in the U.S. isn't what it want for them, and I don't need them. Not even a thing. Swedish girls. Yeah, Sweden has beautiful girls. That's for sure. I mean, my arm's getting a little tired, fellas. Getting a little tired. Ugh. Also, I'm shocked I have not ran out of data. Jesus. All right. Brazil is solid. I will say, you can find some European-looking women in the south of Brazil. The largest Oktoberfest outside of Germany is in a place called Blumenau in Brazil. So you can find some Brazilian Germans. Yeah, we'll find something. That is for sure. A chill, good time, no complaints. Live my best life. What European country scratches the itch for you the most? Italy. Italy is my favorite country on the entire planet by far, bar none. It is the best place in the world. However, the tax situation is absolutely going to drill you. Long story short, you can pay like 200 grand in flat tax per year for like 10 years. Or, well, if you're not a business owner, then I don't know how the tax situation works. Or the visa situation. It used to be 100K, but then it went up to 200K. All right. With that said, it's time to wrap up this video. Alrighty. I'm gonna walk this way. Enjoy your, what time is it? It's like 2 p.m. or around there in the States. So enjoy your day, I suppose. And I will see you guys in another video. Peace.